Attention, duelists. Okay, I'm just playing around. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to King's Courts. Now, okay, so this is actually my second time recording this. I don't know what happened. Audio file must have corrupted. I don't know. Plus, again, I'm also like on that second draft thing, so that I listened to it. I didn't like it, so I wanted to re-record this. So, but anyways, I already did the intro. So, hey, how's it going? Now, this is a bit of a different kind of video. How can I put this? The last video I did, okay, not the last one, because that was the Fusion World one, but the video I did where I was just talking about, my biggest thing I learned from Dragon Ball, which has honestly become, I think, the fastest growing video here on the channel. The video's already almost at 300 views as the time of recording this. Thank you so much if you've seen that. I did that on a whim, and honestly, I just spoke, you know what I mean? Kind of like, so me and Sheldon and Michael agree we want to start doing a little bit more, not just talking about the cards or the competitive scene, stuff like that. We still want to do that, because again, at the end of the day, we just enjoy talking about games, deck profiles, talking about stuff. We also want to start, and we've done this before in the past, but we just forgot because we got caught up with some other stuff going on in the game. So we're going to start doing some more commentary style kind of videos where we talk about certain things going on within, let's say, the Yu-Gi-Oh, the Digimon, the Pokemon community, what's going on, all that sort of thing, and also just in general stuff we want to talk about. Whether we want to talk about, Dragon Ball, all that shoot. Me and Chilmer, if you've seen our community post, not the most recent one, although if you watch wrestling, let me know what you think about WrestleMania. I thought it was pretty good. But the point is, we did an Avatar thing, and we want to talk about some Avatar. We'll do some Avatar videos. So if you want to see any of those, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at 300 subscribers. Thank you so much. We got a I guess you could call it our first goal point. If we want to hit 500 before, I want to say October, because me and Children Michael, we got a special video planned for October. Halloween video, we got it planned. I got a couple of Halloween videos planned out. If you like horror movies, I got one planned out for that. And we got a big one I'm working on. So if you want to see any of that, and this isn't me saying this, Children Michael wanted me to add this. If you subscribe and we hit 500, we promise we will eventually share more pictures of our dog. Okay, anyways, now the point is, though, I want to talk about a little thing that's going on right here in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. So, let's be honest here. Now, this could just be Now, in general, I've heard this sort of problem happens a lot in certain online spaces, certain communities, fan groups, whatever you want to call them. Certain ones, I know for a fact Smash Bros. Players have had this issue before. And honestly, I'm bringing this up because I'm the kind of guy who believes in no matter how much you like something, if you really like it, you can point out the faults. Real talk. Look at all the people, look at all the people out there who, all the Star Wars videos, people talk about pointing out there are faults in the movies and all that sort of stuff, or, that's just an example off the top of my head, but, because nothing's perfect at the end of the day. Nothing's perfect. So I wanted to talk about a big problem the Yu-Gi-Oh community has. And real talk, before we get to some of the stuff I want to talk about involved in this, this isn't attacking anyone specifically. This isn't even attacking anyone. This is more like a public service announcement, I guess you could say. As someone who wants the Yu-Gi-Oh community to thrive and grow, and honestly wants to try to heal the damage that the negative, label that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players have had, that, this is the big one, because some of the players in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, I gotta be blunt, some of them fucking stink. Now, I don't mean they're garbage at the game, although that could be true too. Some of you guys fucking stink. You guys need to shower. Man, sorry for being blunt, but, sometimes being blunt's a necessary thing. The Yu-Gi-Oh community has, for a very long time, had a problem with BO, body odor. Literally, you guys smell like like that stink bomb from Ed, Edd and Eddy. You guys basically are like that whenever you walk into a room. You guys basically smell like Bacterian from the original Dragon Ball. That's how bad it is, and it's getting to the point where it's affecting newer players. Now, we all know Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very difficult game to get into. Come on, we all know this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not like... I would say real talk, I think every TCG has its own level of its own level of difficultness when getting into it, because, you don't just start off good realistically. It takes a little time. But certain games are much more harder to get into, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the toughest, let's be real here. Not only has the speed of the game gotten to ridiculous levels, but there's so much to remember these days. There's so many different mechanics, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Has some of the weirdest rulings there are. Come on, we all know there are weird-ass rulings. So, realistically, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just a tough game to get into, especially for new players. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Has had that problem. Luckily, it's gotten better over the years, thanks to, stuff like Master Duel and, that sort of thing. So, luckily, there's that. But even if that wasn't an issue, this is becoming a problem where people's body odor is starting to affect people from wanting to play at IRL events. So, if you're on Twitter, which for the record, if you are, go ahead and follow us. I always leave a link to a link in the description below to our Twitter. Go ahead and follow us. Follow our Instagram too. If you want to see funny memes or pictures of our dogs, like I said. Real talk. You've probably seen the post that's been going around. I'll put a picture right here of a screenshot. This screenshot's been floating around everywhere of a player apparently in Japan, a female player, and she basically played her first IRL event. It was like it said it was like Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, which for right is like a holiday of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Or anyways, so she was her first time playing, and apparently she dipped early. And the poster of this was talking about how they saw her leave, and they were originally afraid it was like from bullying, because I hate to say it, bullying is a thing in TCGs, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Also has a bad reputation with that. That's another video I got planned out for later. So, apparently though, no, she dipped early because a lot of these players fucking stinked like booty. Man, seriously. So apparently these guys had really bad BO, and everyone's been pretty much everyone's been clowning about this, because realistically, I'm not going to lie, when I first heard this, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a meme because it sounds so hilariously like it's specifically attacking Yu-Gi-Oh! Players because the stereotype that none of us shower. I'm fortunate that pretty much everyone at my locals doesn't have that problem, but I know that problem. I've played at other places before, and I know that there are people who just seems like they just got out of bed and didn't even do anything and just straight up went to locals. So no, I personally do have some experience with this. So I want to talk about this because the fact that this is starting to affect, this could eventually affect new Yu-Gi-Oh! Players wanting to get into the game. And that is always a problem because no matter what, there's always going to be, a hardcore dedicated fan base, realistically. Even there's always like that. Let's be real here. If you're a fan of certain sports teams, we all know there's certain teams out there that suck ass, but they have their dedicated fans. Same thing with stuff like this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is always going to have its dedicated fans. I'm always going to be, I'm a hero player. Heroes for life. Heroes ride or die till forever. But the problem is we need to bring in new players too, because that's how the game keeps going. That's longevity. That's what we want. Especially for you guys who have invested big money into like your grade 10 cards, stuff like that you're hoping to get a big payday someday for those. So all of us have our reasons to want the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game to keep going. I just love the game and I just enjoy it, and it's got nostalgia for me, and I just love playing the game, really. But the problem is now this is becoming an issue again, because I remember a couple of years ago there was a problem with players that Konami themselves had to literally put the ban hammer on that and literally make it a rule that proper hygiene at official events is mandatory, because apparently we had some people doing some biological warfare practically and wanting to freaking weaponize their BO. They weren't, apparently you had people not changing clothes for days, like literally wearing the same clothes for days. Not showering, not brushing their hair, not brushing their teeth, no deodorant, no mouthwash, no toothpaste, all that, nothing. And literally would just go to events hoping their opponent would drop because they couldn't stand their smell. So this has been a problem before because people were legit doing this. So now that this is, but again, it's gotten, man, again, I think it's gotten better, but now that this is happening again, this is really showing the big issue that some players really need to freaking shower. Like, let's be real, it's like the meme I'm using right here, the template I'm speaking over. Come on, Yu-Gi-Oh players, you guys don't want to spend a couple bucks on that one can of deodorant, but we'll shell out hundreds of bucks for that one card for your deck to use that realistically is probably going to either get reprinted or power crept someday. Come on, let's be real here. Come on, trust me. You can spend a couple of, but you can go literally to any Dollar General store and literally come out with $10 worth of stuff that literally you just slather on and you're good. You just gotta. There's tons of players that spend days, hours of every day practicing online, practicing their combos, all that shit, and they can't spend 10 minutes just to go shower. Come on. You can sacrifice 10 minutes for some personal grooming. So I just wanted to talk about this. Like I said, it's like a bit of a public service announcement. Just give my 2 cents on this because this has been something I've seen before. And again, as somebody who really does truly enjoy playing Yu-Gi-Oh, not just with my friends, but in general, I really do enjoy making videos on the series. And I want to make more videos, not just, about the cards themselves, but like as the series as a whole. So if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. But that's why I'm doing this because I want to make it. I want the series to make it to the 30th anniversary in 5 years. They've been really going ham on the 25-year event, but if we wanted to make it to 30 and maybe even beyond that, you guys got to shower so we can bring in new players. Well, that's one of the issues, but still, you guys got to do something about that. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to talk about this. I'm just memeing really at this point because it's dumb that this is happening again, but it's also kind of funny to a degree. Alright, that's pretty much it for this video. If you like it so far and you want to see more videos like this, we got some planned out. So if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time. Take care. Bye.